If, someone can like share your thoughts, like what did you got the new keywords yesterday? So anyone?
Yesterday, we just learned like instead of adding the scripts on the Jenkins,
Mm-hmm.
we are adding all the commands on our code itself
Mm-hmm.
in Jenkins file.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the build commands and deployment commands,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and also any other list commands we'll write in the Jenkins file.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, we will upload to the repo. And from
Mm-hmm.
repo, it will be sent to the Jenkins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of this, in case in future, if the server also down in the sense, then our jobs won't, we don't need to create again jobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's one use case I told. The good approach is like everything will get tracked now. Like for example, if you modify the, you remember what is the file we were making the total as a code, like something. What are the instructions in which file we are defining the steps? These are the steps we were defining in a file, right? What was that file, if you remember? In which file we are defining it? Yes.
Sorry, in Jenkins file, we are defining all the code.
Yeah, exactly. In the Jenkins file, yes, that is true. You may get asked this kind of question in the interview, like what kind of syntax you follow in the Jenkins file. There are the two types of syntax: scripted and declarative. Scripted will follows like kind of more programmatic approach, like Ruby, something strict one. The other one is the declarative. It follows equal to the similar to the Groovy, but it has the ability to like kind of shell based, shell script based commands. You can add more something. So that's one. So you'll be asked one kind of question, difference between see, scripted and declarative. This is like more with some kind of strict with programmatic syntax, I can say, and equal to something called Groovy. Okay. This is purely like it is also something Groovy, it supports Groovy as well as, but it works with the shell based as well, something shell syntax from something and Groovy as well. And if you remember, I was telling very clearly something. Industry going like I have seen this in the interviews also. I mean, you will be getting asked this kind of question. Did you work on any other than the Jenkins, like GitHub Actions or GitLab, CI/CD, or like for example Azure DevOps? Don't get keyword by saying Azure DevOps something. It's something whatever you have defined in the Jenkins file, right? Uh, uh, like anyone can like let's go to the Jenkins job. The I mean it's a repetitive ask only, but you will know that what are the commands I'm doing it, so that you will get to know. So in the Jenkins jobs, just help me. What are the CI/CD commands to KTS? We did.
First, we need to log into the ECR, AWS ECR login, login with us.
Get login the URL. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then we need to use the Docker build hyphen.
Yeah. Docker. When you are doing the Docker build, you should need one file, right? Before this itself, what you had to clone or that is called checkout. You need to bring the code, right?
Yeah.
Who will bring that tool? Whatever the tool you are using, it will
Jenkins
keep.
link.
Yeah.
We can link the webhook, so automatically the code will be fetched.
Yeah. Docker build next. Docker.
Docker push.
Till now, here when you are pushing it, what is the good approach to push with the
Tag.
what is that something build number or something that thing? Okay, build number. Next, these are the some steps we have. Next, till now you will get called, these steps are what? CA.
CA.
Next steps are the CD. Help me with that.
Then we need to do the AWS EKS update. This is for authentication to the kube/config file.
Get config. Sometimes what we used to do, if multiple teams are using, we used to specifically set this command. Keeps it.
Set context.
Yeah, I think config set context, that context name. Next, update the image number in deployment data or in the Helm command set image. In the Helm command, we used, if you remember, what was we were overwriting in this file, deployment data,
build a number.
the tag equal to with the build number, right?
Yes.
In the Helm, right, what you can do is that same thing. Set this, for example, whatever you are doing, right, tag. We used to call like this, right? For example, let me tell you, we used to call values dot tag something. Call from the values file. Here you can do like this, where like this in the Helm command. Set equal set tag equal to the, for example, I build a number something. Yeah. Next, this is here the for example same flow. Next, let's say if it is done, this is the one check, this is the another check. Next is validate, another one. For example, validate. What is the command we were validating, whether pods are running or not, something?
kubectl get pods.
kubectl get PO-A, something like normally kubectl get SVC-A, something we are checking, right? For example, here there is one more command you can check whether all pods are running or not, something. If you deploy, right, if all pods are running or not, something, kubectl rollout status deployment name -n namespace. You can give this command also, rollout status thing. What it does, if you deploy, let's say for example, already 5 pods are running, you deployed new image here, you deployed. Now new image will come in some kind of 2 options, right? Rollout restart, one more is the recreate. When you do deployment, out of 5 pods, 2 pods will come. That is the default nature. 1 pod depends upon the percentage you have defined in the deployment element rollout date strategy. First, 1 pod may come, new pod. Old pod 1 will get deleted if it is running. If it passes liveness readiness probe, these are all checks we kept, right? If you remember last time, you go here. If you go to this deployment ML, we have added these checks, right? Liveness readiness probe bundle. Whenever your new pod is coming, it will check all these checks are passing or not. If these 2 checks passes, your pod will come into running status. Then the old pod 1 will get deleted. Next, same, another one. Like that, in cycle it will go. In between, any command, if that new pods are not coming, this will fail. This will fail. This is good to have in your scripts. kubectl rollout status deployment name. What happens here? It will check whether all new pods are coming or not. All pods are running or not. If any new pods are not coming, this command will throw an error. Your script will fail completely. That way you can have it. Nice. So now, if you write all these steps, yesterday I have written in which file?
Jenkins pipeline.
Jenkins file. Yeah. This Jenkins file has some kind of syntax, right? If you remember, you have to follow like this: pipeline, blah blah, something.
Yeah.
Stages. Something again, 2 flower brackets, and one more stage. So like this. Please, I'm rewriting it. Just bear with me because you will get to know that into the means. Copy paste again this. Like how many stages? I wanted to continue next. For example, this is dev deployment. I want to continue. After this, some test cases will run. There will be stage for test cases. The QA team will give for us. you will put that steps also in your stage, in your sorry, in your stages. That stage, that steps will run. It will validate everything. Next, deploy to the QA, same. Next, again, validation, approve somewhere. You can get complete automation also with this file, with this kind of model. You can have it continuous model. I mean, the stages as well. Here, Docker build, for example. Here, deploy. Here, validate. Here, something inside. No? This is little one more again, like this proper bracket will come. In the interviews, I have seen they'll ask you to share your screen, at least to write some syntax. How are you doing in your environment? You can give some kind of syntax like this. You put the syntax like this first. In between, when you're writing itself, we will get to know, oh, something you guys are following some model. Next, here you need to, there is somewhat syntax like steps, blah, blah, like this. They'll follow like something steps like this. Here your commands will come. These commands will come. Here these commands will come. Automatically checkout will happen because you gave the SCM from repo, right? These commands will go here. These commands will, saying commands will. Little syntax may change here. Syntax in the sense, here also again steps. Something blah, blah, blah here. Since usually commands will run on top of whom? Sorry. Commands will run on top of whom? Any Linux commands. Who will run the Linux command? When you're running a command, what is the place you will be running? Shell, right? Some kind of shell. So you have to say that for this pipeline, run this. This is a command, whatever I'm giving, run on top of as a steps, like kind of something sequence. Run this on top of shell. You have to say like this as such. Some kind of syntax they'll follow like this. It follows. The pipeline will follow like this. Here also, see, you have to follow like group. When you're running group of commands, right? We used to group under like this. If it is a single command, just as such, the command we used to keep it. This is the syntax. For simple. Let's go here. Simple here. Now, say you remember I was telling yesterday two perspective of answers. One is this, whatever you are saying, right? This is purely declarative method. I mean, we are not using some groovy syntax inside this. We are going with the shell model, but we are making a pipeline kind of thing. Now, if you go to the other tools, right? Same steps you will be writing in which file?
ML.
Exactly, ML. In that case, right, there, you no need like all these brackets and all. Let me keep it, for example, cacd.ml. Just, you may write like this first, stages. See how easy, like, okay. Same, whatever you know, I'm writing in ML. Stages. Can you guys tell me what are the stages were there?
Docker build. Here, Docker push. Like, yeah, stages, yeah, 2 stages, and one more validation.
You can match, like, next you can have it in the one only like stage. Deploy. One more, what is this? Validate. Next one more. For example, you can have sequence of all these stages. Here again, validate, for example, validate. Now, these steps I will keep it here. Here, now I'll like, yeah, this is what I'll specify the same name, whatever the name you had given it. Here I will write my commands. Here I'll be saying like script. Now here I'll give all the commands. This command one by one command. This is what we will expect you in the interview. Can you write a sample of CACD based upon the tool you are using it? Saying commands, like let me put it here. Like this. You will have a hyphen. Sorry, here bit difficult to do indentation. Yeah, let me bring to here itself. Let me go here. Pipeline models. For example, dot GitLab cacd.yaml. Same these steps, I'll give it to this tool. The file will be with that name. Here, like this. The same commands, whatever you had given in the Jenkins, instead of Jenkins file, I'm giving in which file right now? One YAML. In the YAML, I will write like this. This is for next one more dev deploy. Same, let's copy paste this one script here. Just little YAML syntax you have to follow. Copy paste these steps. Is update here. This is the one. Something. Yes. They'll follow like this one kind of YAML syntax now, like this. Continuously, you will be defining here itself stages. Below you will be having it. It doesn't follow any Groovy, any like other programming language standard. Just it follows YAML. Now I want to call these steps into another places. You can call like kind of reusability is there. Reusability. So you saw right. This is the declarative method. That is the programmatic approach. Jenkins is little, not little. The Jenkins file has the more groovy syntax. Other tools, right, they'll scan this file automatically. They'll prepare the stages accordingly. Now, with this, yesterday, let me keep this code as well. I need this code as well. Yeah, to keep it. So in the interview, they may ask you, hey, can you write an one YAML like for complete CI/CD pipeline something? Based upon the tool, if they ask you like GitLab, you start like this YAML, put the first stages. In the stages, the commands, script like this. Script in the sense you are writing in execute shell, the shell. Behind, obviously, you should know one kind of a runner agent. When you will be giving these commands to master, and you should know you should have a runner. That runner should have a what are the tools should have this to run these commands? You need some tools, right? You have on the screen.
AWS CLI,
Okay.
kubeconfig,
Okay.
Docker file.
Docker file.
Yeah, Docker file will come from the code itself.
Yeah, Docker.
Code. Docker, AWS CLI, kubectl, Helm, all these should be available in the behind the agent or runner. That should be there. Otherwise, your commands will fail. Someone has to be there, right, behind to run this shell. Keep this. Good. So yesterday, what we did, let me go to code. So in the yesterday, right, I replaced that instance type. It was keep on restarting, right? It was slow. I increased to this type, to the Jenkins bigger capacity, I increased it. So let me go to my code. This is the code. I have written the one YAML file, test.jenkins file. Here we have the kind of syntax stages. These are the individual stages we have. Individual stages. One is for depth build, whatever you told right now. Here we are running some kind of commands. If you are running group of commands, right, you have to put some kind of syntax will change. If this is for single command, this is for single command to run like this. If you're running multiple commands like docker build, docker push, login, the syntax will change. This is a little syntactically. We had given this file to, if you remember, I created one. Let me go here. This pipeline, whatever the pipeline you see right here. That's not like normal freestyle thing. Like when I create a new item, I selected the pipeline. That pipeline need this kind of syntax. This kind of syntax. That can be inside the Jenkins also. That can be outside also. Outside in the sense from code itself. I had given this URL to that pipeline. and I told, please scan this file. This file gets scanned, and you will get all these stages in one nice GUI format. You will get a good GUI format step by step. Bit slow. This also bit slow. I could have went to C series. For Jenkins, good to go with the C series missions. C series is like Jenkins is more compute based. It consumes more like CPU and all. Instead of M series, C series is the good for Jenkins. That will I have seen it the performatically. It behaves well. Now, this is the pipeline I created, pipeline item. And if you go here, configure.
As it's loading, I have one small doubt.
Yeah.
So we can't reuse this script from GitLab to GitHub Actions, right? Whatever we writing,
No, no,
the
no,
YAML.
no, 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 no.
It's a different approach, right?
Yes, 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 yes. That's where I
Understood.
have worked in kind of a migration project. It went like one year. We migrated from Jenkins to GitLab completely. It worked. So
No, I'm asking from GitLab to GitHub also that YAMLs won't support.
no, no, no. You mean to say in the Jenkins? This is the Jenkins file.
No,
Here,
yeah,
it,
and
it doesn't support.
GitLab to GitHub. For
GitLab.
example,
Hmm.
yeah, it will support GitLab, GitHub. It will support.
No, it doesn't support. This YAML will not support because
No. GitLab YAML will support to GitHub. That's my question.
no. It doesn't support. No.
Okay, everything is
Because
individual, I can say.
yes, their own syntax, little like
Mhm.
here, right? This syntax will change. This syntax will change. The syntax little they'll change. Here something they call string.
Understood.
They may use job. They may call
Mhm.
something other names. But this will remain same. These steps will remain same.
Understand.
Here something they call shell may be something kind of anchor, blah blah blah. But these commands will remain same. Little this syntax will change. You cannot use same YAML for no. You cannot use it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Here we call GitLab CI/CD, right? In GitHub Actions, we call action.ml.
Okay.
This will follow little their syntax. I forgot that
Understood.
exactly, but
Understood.
this I make every day. My job currently. So this you can think similar kind of little changes will come, but the file will be action.ml. Here GitLab CI/CD.ml like that. Yeah.
Understand.
Now you cannot use this file. I don't
Got
know.
it. Got it.
There are the tools to convert. No. Let's go to this guy. I don't know why that is a bit slow. Still. Now, if you go to here, pipeline, I had very important. I told pick the instructions from SCM. There is a file called this file, this file, and scan for this branch. Scan for this branch. Sorry, pick from this branch and then scan for this file. Apply, save. I didn't write any commands here. Everything is for coming from the code. Yesterday, if you remember, I was telling one industry going, the strategy is called GitOps. What is the GitOps means? Everything has to come from the code. Don't do anything directly to the server. Now, when I did yesterday, we did run, it took time. Let's go to the build now. You have some kind of like this, like clearly, right? Whatever that in the YAML, sorry, not in the YAML,
Pages.
there in the Jenkins file, these set of stages are available here. You see, right? Each individual 1, 2, 3, 4, something like. So first one is you told to the Jenkins bring the code that is called the clone checkout stage. It will bring the YAML files to your workspace inside behind. Next build, this command will execute. This command will execute, and the group of commands whatever you given. Next the same the deployment. Next is the validation. This is the one. So this is yesterday we had given the single one. It was too slow. Single commands we had given. You can see those outputs individually as well. My gosh, this is too slow. So yesterday, right? This is the one Docker images. It is listing what are the Docker images are there in my Jenkins mission, because we are building multiple images, right? Each image size something here is right, blah blah. When did the image has been built? The size of the image you are seeing right here. These are the images. Next, we are getting an output. Next, something like something validation. Yeah, somewhere we were getting pod. Yeah, I think I was using one command only for all of them. No, yeah. So now our objective was here, we need to build, right? Sudo docker build something, right? We need to do sudo docker. This is the build stage, right? This will change a little. You may need to keep multiple commands. Let me take some internet references. When you have multiple commands, yeah, you have to group like this, like this, like this as such. First will be stages will be there in the inside the stages. There will be stages. This is like condition when you want to run this specific stage, like when, and then agent behind where you want to run. Do you want to run on the master or do you want to run on the controller? This kind of labels you can give. These are the stages, the syntax kind of stages. So here is the steps. Inside the steps, this is like if you see right with credentials. If you say username password, this is like little the authentication of groovy method. Groovy is kind of syntax. If you go like this, now we are going with the shell based here. And behind, right, we are validating with the Kubernetes. We are fetching it, the EKS update. I am role being used. We are not using static credentials method like this. What they say. We'll go with this model. Let me keep it here. Here we will keep all our commands here. We can keep it inside like this. This is what. Yeah. Now here sudo docker build -t. Let's bring that commands we have right here somewhere. I kept, no? Where was that? Should genuinely, like, let me be transparent with you. I have seen in the interview, they'll ask you in the screen share, and then they may ask you to write at least some kind of snippet like this.
We can ask, right? Shall we use Google?
No, for this, at least you should make it. This is your job now. Since you worked on it, right? We don't need exactly the perfect answers. Right? As the what is that called? The dry run code.
Understand.
Like you when you start pipeline agent stages, blah 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 blah. That's like we think it. Oh, you are in touch. Something. Now you can put a something. They may ask you like as you seen right here. I want to run specific. Then there are the syntaxes. You can say that Groovy based. I may take like the Jenkins itself. There is a pipeline snippet generated tool is there. I may use that help. I can generate that syntax. You can say that based upon the condition. Now done. This has been done. Next, get the cube config. We don't need this. Let it be first time. Hey, what happened? Not changed. Go back here. Just bear with me. Just stay. Here is the command. Whatever manually we made it those commands, I'm keeping in the according to the syntax of the pipeline. Just like even I answer in the interview, right? For example, I'm good at programming, like so it may take for me to check the syntax of them. I can adapt it. I can say them like so. I'm good at for now at shell script, the declarative one. I can adapt it if you have something new environment, something I say like for example. Be good at the commands or the objective. What objective you need to do. That right now in the market, you are right. The chat GPT will give you the whatever the syntax you wanted to know. You should know the good objective. What are the things to be done? Let's say. That is what I answered it in the interview. If I go back to here. Yeah, this is, I think, yeah, this is enough for us. We have applied to the same space. So beauty with this tool is right, VS Code, you can see, right, what are the, here in this logo right behind, you will see like this. Done, all these files. Oh, we don't have anything. Let's check out these files, 3 of them. Check out in the sense, let's push it. Add it. Jenkins. CD.
Even AWS Code Whisper and Microsoft Copilot also supporting a lot by writing in the syntax.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I got an email. I just opened from AWS. So it's very helpful.
Yeah. I mean, in this world, you never say that I don't know the programming yet. But if they say like if your job is to, let's say as a DevOps guy, if they say ask you to write some Java code and all, you can say like I came with other contexts. It may take for some time for me. But don't say that I don't know the programming. Like some kind of automation
Sure.
programming it. Never say that. That's I can say that. I can get it.
Sure.
Some kind of syntax first, then I can take from Google help. We would expect you to say that. Yeah. It's all the contents, right? We look for the contents. Good.
Right.
So I have modified that something. Now automatically let's build that. You can have some kind of here listen that the notification trigger this pipeline also you can have it. No, let's go back to here. Which branch we are making now?
Feature branch.
Feature branch. And in the Jenkins pipeline, let's say I wanted to, in the Jenkins pipeline, what you created a pipeline and you had given SEM URL and you told branch and you told some file name, right? In the somewhere, if you go to here, just I'm stepping back again. Oh my gosh, I could have scaled to big series machine. That's where I did a mistake. I could have scaled. So this is the pipeline. In the pipeline, I went here. Here you don't have source code management like Freestyle. You told that script is in the SEM. Pick that script. This is the SEM for me. This is the URL. You told here, right? The branch name here. And then here. Let's say for a development branch, for right? You will have different branches, no? Like
Yeah.
what are the
Feature
branches?
branch. Future dev.
Develop and main.
Main.
Now, after I make everything working here, let me like I'm just writing. If this one cut works, right? I'll raise a number to develop. Then I'll move to main. From there, we will follow our life cycle model. That's what my objective. Next, I wanted to make for development also. What I need to do again? I need to create one more pipeline, right? One more pipeline. Then one more pipeline for main. So that there is a one beauty with the Jenkins. Let me step back. whenever there is a new branch, automatically your Jenkins job will get created. In that branch, you should have a one file called sorry, not new pipeline. I mean to say new job will get created internally. You can see there is a new item. Too slow. You see here? You guys see
Multi-branch.
multi-branch pipeline. Don't create pipeline for every branch. Don't create it. One repo, in that repo branches have one file called Jenkins file. This tool, this job, what it does, when you create a new branch, automatically it will create a pipeline inside this thing. This way you can go. Only the one file. What is the file you need in the SEM?
Jenkins file.
That's what. This is the nature. We will not create for every branch new pipeline. No. If you go with this, like for example, feature branch, that makes time waste, right? And whenever new guy comes and does something with that. Now we'll see that. Just get the keyword first. Now go back, apply, save. Too slow. Oh my gosh. So they may ask me in the interview, like, I've seen some scenarios. This is very important guy here. Agent. Can I run specific stage in one agent, another agent, and all? Yes, you can. Somewhere you can add these keywords here, agents inside here. You can have it. That's I have seen it. Agent in the sense, the way to run the job. Right now, you select any. We will give a label, some kind of master, something based upon the architecture of the Jenkins architecture. We don't have right now any runners or workers, the agents. We are telling to any pick by default. If there is no agents are not matching, it will go for master. If you do strict, it will the part job will go for pending. If there is no agents. Let's run it. I have modified the code. Build now. It should show success. No syntax errors. Go to ECR.
Yeah, 4. Correct.
Yeah. See that the complete flow came from where to where right now, from the code to environment, right? Deployment. We have not
Right.
defined anything. Now let's say that's not the good use case. What I'm saying it, if Jenkins gets crashed away, something like, for example, you can create a new pipeline, just give this repo reference, the file. You no need to touch again there, right? For example, no, that is the one. And everything get tracked right here. What is happening? Like, for example, if you go to SEM, who modified this file? You can check, right? Something. If you go to
Log is
I mean to say, this is the GitOps approach. GitOps means nothing in the manual, everything is coming from the code. That's called GitOps, your operations work. Okay, cool. Now let's see that we deployed it. The pods are been deployed. The new pod has been deployed. The other pods are, they'll come. That's a rolling fashion, right? The rolling fashion, they'll go. And one more, from this pipeline, you can trigger another pipelines also. There is a somewhere you inside this, right? You can trigger. There is a syntax called a trigger something. The beauty with the Jenkins, right? There is one place, pipeline syntax here. Here, it will give you, right now we went with the declarative pure with the cell. You want to go with a little groovy based, some kind of programming thought. Like you see right here, username, password, these are all like something. Then I wanted to generate that kind of model. This will give you this will give you, I want to trigger one more something. Trigger another pipeline somewhere. Script, retry, wait, advanced. Somewhere we can need to find that keyword. Whatever you are seeing on the screen, right? This will provide you the context of the grooving. These are all for grooving. Stages, step, timeout, times, tool, maybe with checks. Somewhere trigger keyword we used to use. We used to trigger from this to another jobs that used to take care for us. Don't care, never mind, never mind. So this is you see right. This one will generate you some kind of Groovy based syntax. So you can say that like how do you write the Groovy? Like we take a kind of snippet generator help. You can say something like this. Some kind of syntax it will give. You will get a lot of documentation also here to go with that model. Right now we went with the declarative pure with the shell model because we are good at shell. That you can say one answer. Cool. So this is a one cut. It is working now. Let's go with some kind of good approach, the industry standard approach. Now, in which branch my code is there? We can't take this code continuously from feature branch, right? What is the good approach? Feature to, you need to raise that, you need to raise an MR, right? You need to send this code to feature to which branch?
Production.
The standard practice was, what was the branching strategy if you remember the keyword? Branching strategy. Feature to, now everything working, right? We tested feature branch into freestyle code. Pipeline also is working. Now what we do, let's, maybe I got a 2 week sprint. Within 2 weeks, I completed my tasks. They can go with now development branch, main branch. Let me raise an MR to development branch. Do we have development branch here? No, we don't have development branch. You can create from here also. Do we have an option? Yeah, you create here also, develop. From which branch it will create in that case? In feature. Let's create from main. You can create in your local also, you can create. Let's go to the local also. Please see this. This is the path. I'll go to the command line. This is the repo I have cloned in my local .git folder. When you go to that folder itself, this tool will identify. Check any working thing is there. Yes, there is a working. Let's commit this one for now. And git commit. What is the git branch? Git push origin. Let's push it into remote. Everything. My total, whatever the new modifications will come to there. Now I'm in a which branch right now? Feature branch. Now I wanted to create one more branch. Let's create from the main. Don't create from the in feature. If you do like, what is the command if to create the feature branch? So I'm so sorry to create a branch. What is the command?
Git checkout.
Yeah.
Features.
Branch name, right? Now, thumb rule, when you're creating a new branch, this is the target branch. What is the target branch name we are creating? Develop. What is your source branch? Source branch means which branch you are already in. You are already in which branch right now? In feature. Feature. It's a good practice. Like we don't create from feature branch to develop. Good is to create everything from main or main. So let me check out. Develop. I'm so sorry. Main. I'm in a main branch now. Let's create a a development branch. I don't know what files are there here. Let's git checkout -b develop. What happens now? Git what it does internally, whatever the commits are there in the main, they will copy as it is to develop now. Whenever you copy the commits, whatever the task you did in that commit, the files modification, those changes will be carried to the target branches. Just a minute, huh? Now good. We are in a development branch now. Cool. Let's push this branch to remote. Push this to develop. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Huh? So now I have pushed development branch to the remote. Let's go back to here. Let's raise everything into the C. Check how many branches you have. You have develop under main as well. Now my feature branch too. Let's raise a ticket to development branch here. Usually the GitHub, the GitHub, the any tool, right? When you make a new commit, it will show you an immediate like this kind of status here. Do you want to raise a pull request or something like this? You will get it. Or you can go here, pull request, somewhere new pull request, then something you'll get like this. From which branch to which branch? We want to do now from which branch now? Feature to you have to select this to develop. Feature to develop. Now, how many commits are there in the feature branch? Now let's check git, check out git branch. Git to check out. Let's go to here. Git log, you can see like this. From here, you cut into something like main. From here, we created everything in the feature, I think. From here, everything. These are we did, I think. There were, you can see here also some commits are there. These are some commits are different, which are not there in the development branch. Let's go with the create a pull request. You can put some kind of message here. Create a pull request. Create a full request. Yeah, let's do this. Pull request. Now you will give this link to someone in your team. You will give this link to someone. What they do, they'll go through here commits. They'll see what changed here. What and all they got changed and all they'll validate. If there's something, they may put you the comment here. Something this is not been good at something here. They'll put some kind of messages here. They may start some kind of discussion here, something here and all. Cool. So please have this as well. One kind of lab. We are getting some block here. Lab. Raise an MR from feature to develop this kind of. Now, merge can be performed automatically with one approving review, one review required. Because I kept a strict syntax here, one approval required. As an committer, as an developer, I cannot make I cannot make my changes as an approver. I cannot make it. One approval needed. In this project, you will have a collaborators. Someone has to, I need to add a person. In the organization, you will have a group of people. They'll onboard you to this repo. Someone will review and then they'll approve. Here in my repo, what I did, I kept a strict syntax rules here. Let me remove for now somewhere where I did. That's where I'm not getting an option. Or I need to onboard one of you guys to approve that something. Branches. Delete. Just bear with me for a minute. We're coming with that our target area. Just delete. Yeah. Go to that. Go back to your MR again. Let's refresh it. Yeah. You see, right? I have removed that rule. I can merge now itself. Let's go to here. You see, right? You have an option here. Yes, can you guys see on the screen?
Yes, yes.
Can you read it? What it is saying here?
Splash and merge. The 14 commits from this branch will be combined into one commit in the bash branch.
You see one more. What is there?
Rebase and merge.
From which branch to which branch we are doing now?
Feature to develop.
Feature branch.
Feature commit IDs will go to which branch now? Development branch. In feature, if you have like 14 commits, the 14 commits will go as how many commits now? One commit.
One.
That is what is the approach that is called squash and merge. There is one more rebase. Rebase also does the same thing, squash and merge. And extra thing what it does, if there is any new commits in the develop, they will also get pulled, they will get merged, they will go. That's what it means. Right now, whatever we created, right? There is no new commits in the develop. Let's go with the squash and merge. Squash and merge. Click on it. Confirm squash and merge. And you see, right, one option, what is option is coming?
Delete.
Delete the branch. Pull request, merge, delete the branch. Gone. With that, right, you will be somewhere you can make this kind of that thing complete automated as well. What I mean, whenever automatically squashed, let's delete the branch. No need manual also. In GitLab we have, yeah, cool. Same way you can go with this model also. Compare pull and request to the development branch also. Go with that. We'll keep everything in the inline in feature. Develop to main. Where is this, man? I'm seeing the files. Not that, yeah, here. Create a pull request. Pull request. What is that option? Yeah, pull request. Create. Now someone will approve and then we'll get an option squash and merge. When you do from development to main, right? Don't go with the squash and approach. Why means sometimes, right? If you do squash, right? What I have seen it from develop to main, they don't squash. They'll squash from feature to that. If you do sometimes, right? Again, the changes will be coming. So just to create a merge commit. Don't prefer the development to main. That to go from feature to develop or feature to main, we will go mandatory squash. But develop to main, don't go with that approach. Because here and there we will be playing with the development main. It will show you again the files and all. There are the no commits modified something. So good to go develop to main without squash, I can say. Yeah. Merge, confirm merge. Done. So now if you go to repo, right? My complete code is available, stable code is available from which Did I push anything in my local to main branch? Develop? From which branch the code came here? Guys, can you guys tell me? Did I push from a local to develop any chance?
No,
Local to main?
No.
Local to always it went into the
Feature branch.
then feature branch to
Develop.
what is that concept you raised?
Merge or PR.
Here and one more what you did?
Squash
Squash.
and code.
This you can do in the local also. In your laptop also we can do. In our laptop also you can do this. There is some command you have to do like git rebase something. I'm sorry. Some kind of command you have to put tilde symbol. How many commits you need to do something like this 14 that you have to enter yes something. This can you have to do you can do in local also Squash. But since the GUI had given me option, I went with that approach. Now you can say that we have done in the when I'm raising an MR, I have an option to Squash. I have selected that in the GUI. You can say that. If you don't remember, immediately command the recall. Feature branch. Next again, develop to main. Cool. Now my Jenkins jobs will not work right next time onwards. I need to change right next time onwards. Where is the stable code? Let me go here. Let's go to here. Now, add floating Windows controls here. This feature branch is there in the remote. Is it there in the remote? This feature branch.
No, not exist.
So go back to my repo. Just run a command. You want to get the remote changes into your local, right? All the remote changes into your local queue. Just run a command called git pull. Just git pull. It is throwing an error. You see, right? There is no remote. But you see, right? Some other changes came automatically. This what it is saying it here, you are getting an error saying that this branch is not there, but other branches were I am able to pull the changes. Next time onwards, I want to work in any new feature. Go to git checkout to develop. Just to check out. From here, I'll create one more feature branch now. Let's go git checkout -b. You can make it now. This is a good approach. Paste. You can say 2. Now I will work in my feature branch. Same, push the code. Test that here. Test that here. Configure. We need to change right in the pipeline somewhere.
SCM branch.
I'll give for now development. Or for every branch, the pipeline has to create which model. There is a multi-branch pipeline model. Go back here. For now, let's keep the development branch. Develop save. So my stable code is in which branch now? Develop. So for main, also you can for main also we will create a. You can think if you don't go with a multi-branch pipeline, you can think you will have a separate pipeline. You can say there we don't build an image. You can think because development code only will go to everywhere. That in the for production, right? We keep the code in the main. Some people will build it with a separate again something based upon the build number. They'll take for production separate build also. It's up to the people. Okay. Good. So the branching strategy we followed. The environment is getting deployed. Now here is the Jenkins related context. And we will go with the other. Whatever your pipelines, jobs, they're running on the top of Jenkins, one server. You see, right? What is the behavior when I went with some kind of many more jobs are coming, more jobs are running. My Jenkins are getting slow, right? The thumb rule is don't run jobs on the this master. Don't run on the master. Just a minute, sorry guys, just a minute. So the thumb rule is we don't prefer to run the jobs on the behind whatever you are seeing the GUI, right? This is what is another name for this GUI is called another name. If some other people are using it, just they are using this GUI. What is the other name can be called? Guys,
SAS.
exactly SAS. True. So as a developer, you don't care like behind where it is running, that job and all, they don't care. But as an infrastructure guy, right? Our job is to take care of this GUI without going down. So my objective was let's bring some kind of agents. Let's bring some kind of agents, and then that agents will share your job. You see right here, that agent, I'll give a label here. I'll give a label. What was that? Did I remove that keyword or what? Or not this? Let's close this. Code dot. Just bear with me. One second. Why I don't have files? Oh, I need to pull up. I could have. What I did, I checked out. I could have pulled here as well. I pulled, but I need what did I did check out? Acha. I could have. Let me go back to check. Let me delete this branch. Hit checkout. Develop. ls. Git pull. So git pull. Oh my god. Origin develop. Now see the files. All the files came on it. Yeah, all the files came. Now, so now let's delete the other branch. Git branch. Git branch -d to delete that. Let me delete the feature branch because there were no commits we created from that time development. So, done. Now git branch. Git checkout -b. Sorry. Yeah, git checkout. So I have the files in my local. Where was this guy? Yeah, I can see the files came here. The in my feature branch, all the files came. So my objective was here. Let's. I don't want to run anything on the master. I want to run the jobs on top of behind on the agents. Let me create one agent. Jenkins agent one. Jenkins agent. Select the TMI. Select the PEM file, same model. Let's keep both of them in the same VPC. Don't separate them, isolate. You know, right, the objective. Why we creating the agents here? No, what is the purpose of the agents? Guys, can you guys
To reduce the load on master and
yeah, like how many agents? Like it's a simple. If your jobs are getting more and they're getting slow and you are facing some kind of latency issues, we will go with the agents. One big type of agents only we used to take like 8 CPU. Like if you ask me, like in my environment, we had almost all when we were using Jenkins, almost all like something around nearly 20. I have seen it like 16 plus 20 something majorly, and few of them for Windows we kept separate agents to run the Windows related, .NET related, and remaining were purely Linux one. We had it. So one more here, when you are communicating with Jenkins to agents, few things are important. How you are communicating from here to here, that is the one. You know, right? One server to another server. To communicating, there is a one SSH. By default, SSH agents will be there. And one more, you can install one Jenkins agent here. Jar file will be there. Jenkins jar. Good approaches to go with this because we no need to install extra things and all here. No, we don't install anything here. No Jenkins install. Just bring the EC2. We will communicate with Jenkins with agents with SSH or Jenkins jar. Either one of this method. Go here. My mission came up. Mission came up. Simple funda. You tell me you already know it. If you want to connect to the any EC2, what and all you need? Username. Yes, tell me. IP address. One more. PEM file. Now, who is communicating? Are you communicating with Jenkins? Sorry, agent. Or Jenkins is communicating with agent here.
Jenkins is communicating with the agent.
So within the Jenkins to agent, what IP address you need? From outside, you will pick which IP address. From your laptop to EC to what IP address do you pick?
Right.
Public. Within EC2 to EC2, Jenkins to agent, private.
Private.
Go to this model. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go to this UI. This is too slow. I don't know why. Please, I kept my code here in the repo. Please, you can take this code into. There is one option you will get fork something. Just fork this total code into your. Then you can make it your own changes on that repo references. Go to manage Jenkins. This is completely to make administration of the Jenkins here. Go to manage Jenkins. You have an option add nodes. Jenkins agent. Say that agent one or yeah, let's keep it to agent. Too slow. Here, what is this keyword is for? Why do we use this keyword is for? Guys, you know already the story.
To run concurrent jobs, like parallelly multiple jobs.
Yeah, exactly. How many jobs we can run parallelly? Exactly. That is the one. Now, what is the good approach? To go with one executor? Or to how to set how many executors we need to go? How do you know like how many executors to give? How do we go with this? It depends upon the CPU, the behind the memory. Now you say right, I had given 10. My CPUs are very, I can say like something. And number of jobs you are running on that node, that depends upon. So like how we went with the calculation, like for example, you can say one CPU for one job. We went with that approach parallelly. You can go with this. If job is a heavy weighted, then you may need to dedicate more CPU. One CPU, one job. You can go with that model. For now, because our learning method, I want to show something like numbers. I'll say 4, 5, 5, something. Let's give my EC2 user home directory. Then we will give the name for this KTS agent, or let's give both of them same name. KTS agent. This is for Kubernetes we're running. Say that use this method. This is very important. How you want to connect to that? The EC2. This is where you will be giving the properties of the EC2. Click on this guy, pick the private IP. Who is communicating to whom here? Guys, you know already who is communicating to whom.
Jenkins is communicating with the agent.
EC2, that's where I'm giving the properties here. So the private IP address I'm giving. And in the, if you want to communicate to the Jenkins to EC2, one. Simple funda. If you want to connect to the any EC2, what do you need? IP address, username, PEM file. Here, if you saw it, somewhere I had given, did I give the username? Yeah, EC2 user I had given. And here, right, it is asking credentials. The drop down, what's this man? Launch isn't where? Yeah, credentials, PEM file. Let's go with this. We'll have some kind of credentials PEM file. SSH isn't via the PEM file. Okay. Yeah, here I need to add a PEM file. I thought here it will ask a PEM. You have a PEM? PEM. Mode as much as possible. Let's close this advanced one. Yeah, here is the port number. Just observe. We are going with the 22 port number. Here is the credentials. I need to add a credentials of the PEM file. Then this PEM file will be taken. Let's see. I'll add the credentials here. Not the username password. This is the SSH username with private key. Username give with EC2 user itself. Something. Enter key. Add. Here we will put the key here. That whatever in my local, I'll keep that key here. Downloads. Here. This is the key. I'm adding to the Jenkins here. Add. So in the drop down, you will get an option. Key, known host. Don't verify for now. Otherwise, you may need to do manual ones, non-verifying strategy. You had given the Jenkins agent information inside the Jenkins. Add nodes. We went here into the nodes. Add node, providing these properties. Save. Too slow. Now you see, right? You have an option here. You got an option now. One is the master node, another is the agent. Right now, what is the status of agent? It is an offline. You can click on this reason. It will tell you why it is offline. Tell you. Click on this guy. Too slow. Another name for this agent you can call as a runner. Run.
So, uh, so let's say that, you will take a Cloud B. Okay, then Jenkins will SaaS application, right?
Okay.
So for those, okay, we'll have to know where we should run these runners on
Yeah,
our
no,
on-premises, so on the cloud, on our platform, or how is it?
no, both available, I think. Right now, right? Let's say if I go with the GitLab or GitHub model, right? For example, it is the same formula. They will have the runners. Runners also they'll manage it behind.
Can you show me one example maybe after this?
You mean
How
to
they
talk
would be?
for Cloud Jenkins, you mean?
Anywhere. Okay, so if you take this, yeah.
I'll go with the GitLab, right? GitLab, I have an example.
Okay.
We will go with that. In that, right,
Okay.
we will set up our own runner. You will get an option.
Mhm.
For GitLab SaaS, right, we will get a runner that those are paid ones.
So by default, they have these runners. Okay, Kubelet. Okay, so for the
Yeah,
Docker,
yeah.
everything they have their own.
That's
Okay,
that's where you need to select the which runner you need to go.
Acha, okay.
The like for example in the internet, right, there are the some runners where kubelet runner already when you say kubelet already this is available. What in the Docker, that's where you remember I was talking for that only purposefully.
Acha, default label we have to mention in our code. That's it.
Exactly, yes. Docker
Okay.
or the kubelet, that label if you have to give.
Okay.
If you observe, right, I was telling multiple times what are the tools are available, right, for that purpose only. When I say that these tools are available in this label, that you will get to know the context. That's why I was iterating it multiple times. What other tools are available for that? Yeah.
Okay.
For your answer, yes, there are the runners are available. Just you need to pass the label name. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have an option here, launch agent. Let's see why we are having something. We'll see the log. Yeah. Next time I will give this job, whatever the job, right, to this runner here now in my code, right? Dedicatedly, I want to run my specific runner. Then I will specify here. There is a keyword. We deleted it. Agent. That agent label name we need to give this label name. KTS agent. This thing. KTS agent. If you have runner, right, the default nature of the Jenkins is it will run on the runner itself. If you say, I'm sorry, if you say any, right, by default, it will run on the runner, the agent. You want to dedicatedly, you have to give this label. KTS agent. Now, what and all tools has to be available in that agent now? And that new EC2 mission, all this AWS CLI, Docker, kubectl, all this should be available on that. Why it is in status? Install. Acha, you need a Java. That is good.
You need to run this Java client, right, on the runner.
Yeah. The Java should be there. You see, right? It is saying that there is an issue. It is saying that it is expecting what software? Minimum software is what is the one? Java. No, one approach, Vamsi, you can go with Java jar. The other approach are like SSH. For SSH also, you need a kind of this software internally. You see, it is telling Java. You need to install the Java on top of that machine. Please bear with me for today. I'm sorry. I got an one escalation. I'm sorry. I'll drop out. Sorry. Thank you. So sorry.